Welcome back to copperagegold. Today we have a toy review from the 1994 Star Trek, The Next Generation series by Playmates Toys. This series was huge and hugely popular. In the mid-90s, Star Trek toys were on fire. The series, the Star Trek Next Generation, had already been out on TV for a little while. So by the time these toys hit the shelves, everybody knew about them and knew who they were and were out to collect them and put them into their collection. There really wasn't a whole lot of really good Star Trek toys. Of course, the Migos in the 70s were hugely popular, and people, Star Trek fans, clamored for those and had those in their collections by this time. But there was a whole new generation, so to speak, of Star Trek fans and collectors who didn't grow up with Amigos. They grew up with The Next Generation. These figures definitely hit the spot for collectors in the mid-90s. These figures are really cool looking. Playmates knocked it out of the park. As you can see, this is the Picard figure. What I really enjoyed about these figures is they each came with their own base. So you could display them very easily and properly. And you didn't have to worry about them falling down when you walked by them. Talking to you, Star Wars. So these were great. Very much a fan of these. This is the Series 1. As you can see, they have a full cast of characters for their first series, first release. And they have a little file card down here, a la G.I. Joe, so you can get to know your character a little bit better. Very much a fan of these. Very happy to have these in my collection. I just picked these up off of a Facebook person trying to sell a little bit of stuff, man. Very happy to grab them. This is, of course, Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Next, we have Riker. As you can see, Riker's in a pretty cool pose. A lot of people hate this pose because his hand is kind of useless and he really can't hold anything. So I get that. I understand. But for me, these are going to stay in package. Maybe. I'm not sure. So as you can see, he comes with all of his assortment here of phasers. He has a little carrying case with all kinds of Star Trek goodies in there. Of course, his figure base with his name on it. Love it. Up next, we have Lieutenant Worf. And of course, if you know anything about The Next Generation, this guy is a very important character. As you can see, he's in an action pose. He has his base, and of course, he has his weaponry and his phaser. Very cool figure. Love it. Definitely deserves a place in my Hall of Fame. So cool. We got one more for you, and then we're out. Of course, this is the cyborg, Lieutenant Data. As you can see, he has his figure base as well. All kinds of cool stuff. Phaser, you name it. The good thing about these is they came with so many accessories. Not like other toy lines. Star Wars, you barely got one, maybe two things to play with, aside from your figure, for playability. G.I. Joe, they started out with hardly anything. And eventually, as the line kind of died off and people cared less about it, they released more accessories. But it was kind of dead and gone by then. These have all kinds of toy accessories that you can play with your figures and have all kinds of crazy imagination time. Of course, just like everything else, Series 1, you can see the rest of the series on here. You can see the little file card right here. So, yeah. So, I do have a dilemma. I don't know if I should leave these in package and display them as is, or bust them open and display them in my display case. I'm not sure what to do. My dilemma is that leaving them sealed, they display very well, in my opinion. But if I crack them open and display them the way I kind of want to display them, then I have all kinds of accessories for each figure that will not fit in the figure's hands and or on the figure. So you have a figure base, you have maybe them holding a phaser, maybe a backpack, maybe a tricorder, but you're going to end up with extra accessories. No bueno. So I love that they come with all the accessories, but for display purposes, for me in particular, and maybe you too, what do you do with the extra accessories? Do you lay them by their feet? I don't know. Do you put them in a plastic bag and put them in storage and label them Data's crap? I don't know. So for me, for now, I am going to leave them sealed and display them in their packages the best I can and call it a day. So that's my decision for now. But tell me what you think. What do you think? What do you do? What's your call? Should I crack them open and deal with it and hide the accessories? Put them by their feet? Well, tell me what you would do. What do you do? And what do you think of this line? Personally, I love the Star Trek Playmates line in particular. Very cool. Lots of cool play sets. The Enterprise, the Bridge, you name it, man. So much cool stuff. So thanks for tuning in, and thanks for watching. This is Copper Age Gold.